Hey there. Today I want to talk about paints. These in particular. These are the Createx. They're water base. We got opaque, transparent, which is pretty much useless unless you use the silver, pearl silver, and then it comes out really nice. But with all these, and you're putting it through an airbrush, it dries really fast. So you need some of this stuff, but not too much. Just a little. And if you use anything with a silver, you need to use a bigger needle. You know, bigger needle in your airbrush. So I've got a lot of these paints. Transparent, pearlized, opaque. These are just some random colors that were just sitting right there. And I got the reducer. These all need to be baked 165 for like a little bit of time, it says. For clothing, well, I found out you put it on cars, it's still better to put it in the oven for a bit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to prep a Jeep. We're going to put it in the goop. Next. Alright, so I'm done talking about the paints. I love those paints. They're really pretty. But my other problem is my decals. Not many people out there print with white. So I print on clear. I do have a white decal sheet, water slide, but you can't print lettering on it unless you cut out every little piece of lettering to put it on there. If not, you cut out a square or a rectangle. But I love those colors. So unless I'm using a white base, which you've seen, like this guy, down the Boohoo track. Oh, I really messed this guy. Look, he's still crooked. It was an experiment, you know, what do you want? Had to drill a special hole just to line it up, and I didn't get it exact, but you see how I use a white base and then trim it off with different colors? Yeah. That's the only problem with all these colors over here. If I was just making a special car, yeah, it'd be fine. But if you got to add decals, my decals are just like clear water slides, and everything shows through them. So we're going to get out some goop. That's enough talking about paint and decals. Let's do some goop. Alright, we're going to do, because I'm tired, did some yard work and stuff today. Tomorrow I'm cooking some ribs, some short back ribs. Look at that green salsa in there. What the hell car was that from? We're going to use this because I'm about done for today. Where's my sock? Well, this one will work. And it'll sit overnight. Never hurts the metal. It doesn't really dry. Not like the other stuff. So we're going to, remember that Jeep the camouflage Jeep, what was it called? Oh yeah, the Jeep Compass. Where the hell did I put that? I had that thing right here. Don't get in my way. Had that and the Batmobile both camouflaged, and now I can't. I told you don't get that in the way. Now it's on me. Timmy! What's up, boys? Where's my camo cars? They're right there. Did you do that same thing that you did to the airplane? No, I didn't. Here's some. I can't find them. Open your eyes. What? My eyes are open. All right, let me see what's going on here. Let me, they're right here somewheres. Let me put on this filter here. Holy shit. They're right there. I didn't see them before. All right, let's go. Damn it, Timmy. And Chris. Hood. Man, I touched that again. All right. Not even sure I want to use this guy. However, I want to paint something into the... I guess I coined a phrase. I don't know. Into the goop you shall go. You are worthy, but it's not the color I want. There's a difference. Not the color I want, and just totally not worthy. There he goes. Make sure everything is covered. Where's my Tostitos when I need them? That's looking pretty spicy there, I say. Oh yeah, they're over here. You know, maybe not tonight. These are pretty good. But I already had something else. I think that's going to be fighting me later. So we're going to leave this alone. We'll be back tomorrow. Now this stuff you can cover up. Alright. Let me take my filter off the camera and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. See you later. You know, I just thought of something. If I do use this, well, you know, there's no axle holder down the rubbers. So you're going to have to use this. However, let's see, where's oh, I just put it in the goop. We'll figure it out later. I'm pretty sure I can cut a lot of this out and keep the weights square and in the middle. I never played with a hot, what's this? Matchbox. It's a matchbox. Never played with a matchbox before, so I don't know. But you know what? Where's my weights? If I need rear weights, ho, 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 ho. Look at that, there's 10 grams right in the back. Well, 9.5. Close enough. We'll do some end mills and stuff to figure it out. We can put some weights up here. We got lots of weights. But not doing any weights until I know. I just want to paint something. Until I know what race this is going to be in. a lot of big room right there. We'll talk about it later. This will be continued on tomorrow, not posting tonight, so we'll catch up to you in the next round. Next.